Welcome to the podcast where we track what the Earth gives up and what nations will pay to control it. Today, rare earths are doing the geopolitical heavy lifting again.
Nanthakumar Victor Emmanuel, PEng, has been watching Japan's rare earth supply chain, and the story centers on a major new refinery and what it signals about national strategy. Let's start with who's building it and why.
The question here is straightforward but loaded. When a country's supply of critical materials gets cut off, what does it actually do about it? Japan is showing one answer, and it involves concrete in Fukui Prefecture.
The strategic framing comes through clearly in the sourcing. Citigroup analysts describe the Shinetsu project as strategically important from a national security standpoint. That's not typical language for a chemical plant announcement.
National security language attached to a refinery tells you everything about how rare earths have shifted from industrial commodity to geopolitical lever. This isn't just about magnets. It's about who controls the feedstock for motors, turbines, and defense systems.
The context matters here. China suspended exports of certain critical materials starting in early 2026, a move tied to diplomatic tensions following comments by Japanese Prime Minister Sanai Takaichi on Taiwan. Japan didn't have a lot of runway.
So the refinery isn't exactly a surprise. It's the logical infrastructure response to a supply cutoff. The timing just makes the motive unusually legible.
The investment scale reflects that urgency. Reports from the Nikkei put the project at over 35 billion yen, roughly $218 million, with close to half expected from government subsidies. Shinetsu hasn't confirmed capacity or schedule, but the funding structure signals this is treated as a public priority, not just a private business decision.
Half the bill picked up by the government? That's not a grant. That's a policy instrument wearing a hard hat.
Shinetsu is one of Japan's three principal magnet manufacturers, alongside TDK Corp and Proterio Limited, and it already operates rare earth operations in Vietnam. This third Fukui facility extends a footprint that's clearly being built for resilience, not just volume. The G7 summit in France is expected to put rare earth supply diversification on the agenda, which adds a multilateral dimension to what looks like a national story.
And where Japan leads on supply chain hardening, the rest of the G7 tends to follow the blueprint.
Rare earths keep surfacing wherever industrial strategy meets geopolitics, and the gap between mining the material and controlling its processing is where the real contest is playing out.
Next time, we'll see what else is moving in that gap.